For so many sports fans out there, they are done with the minority of freaks out there trying to dictate how sports should be run. They're done with the woke sports world pushing things like biological men competing against biological women. They don't want transgender athletes competing against women in female sports. That's the bottom line, because it's not fair. It is inherently unfair. And now we actually have some people that are taking action with that. We've seen so many female athletes or female broadcasters, things like that in recent months, speak out against the inclusion of these transgender athletes in female sports. Obviously, everything caught on fire when Leah Thomas started winning NCAA championships, and since then, there's been a big discussion about this. Well, it looks like some states are actually willing to do something. Alabama has just officially banned transgender athletes from competing in women's sports. Now, they had already done it for K through 12. They'd already done it for, middle school, high school students, stuff like that. But now they're taking it to the next level. They're taking it to the collegiate level. Alabama bans transgender female athletes from women's college sports. And interestingly enough, ESPN, to the shock of no one, had an interesting way to spin this. Alabama Governor Ivey signs legislation on Tuesday that will ban transgender women from playing on female sports teams in college. Now, she actually had an awesome Twitter dunk. I don't know how old Ivey is. She's got to be like 70 or 80 years old. She had a Twitter slam dunk on ESPN. Let me fix that at ESPN. Alabama Governor Ivey signed legislation on Tuesday that will ban biological men from playing on female sports teams in college. And that really is what's going on here. Even ESPN's headline is disingenuous as fuck. Alabama expands ban on trans athletes to college sports teams. They can play college sports. They can play high school sports. They can play sports. They just have to play with the men, with their biological sex. That's it. They're not banned from playing sports. However, they are banned, just as all men are, from playing women's sports. This is awesome to see, quite honest with you. Now, I don't know the details about all of this. Obviously, if you're a college in Alabama, you're not going to be able to compete on the female team if you're an athlete, if you're a transgender, if you're a biological man. However, what does that mean for, say, Alabama swimming? Say Alabama swimming has a swim meet at Alabama. What about competitors from surrounding states? How does that work? I don't know. Let's read into this a little bit. Under the law, students are prohibited from playing under a different gender identity even after undergoing hormone treatment. Look, if you're a biological male, you are not going to be competing in women's and girls' sports in Alabama. It's about fairness, plain and simple, Ivey said in a statement. The K-12 ban was put in place in 2021. Forcing women to compete against biological men would reverse decades of progress that women have made for equal opportunity in athletics. Du Bois said, no amount of hormone therapy can undo all the advantages of being born male. I think most normal people agree with that. The vast majority of people in the United States and in the world agree with these statements, that men should not be playing with women. Regardless of what you've chopped off, regardless of what hormone therapy you've undergone, you had years and decades in some cases to develop muscle mass, bone structure. Your heart is bigger. You're pumping blood faster. Like, you have an advantage over women. That's why there's always been different categories. So if you want to do all that stuff and still compete against other men, go for it. But biological men are not competing in female sports in Alabama. What happens with the rest of the country, what happens in other places around this country, that remains to be seen. However, Alabama just made a very strong case and is trying to protect women's sports. And you gotta love Ivey slamming ESPN like this. What do you guys think about all this? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.